Hey guys, welcome to Coffee Combos. I almost said Kale in the Chaos, but no. Welcome to Coffee Combos. What's up, Lindsay?
I'm just chilling on the bed with you.
This is like the first like comfortable, super like loungy podcast we've done.
Yes, we are in the bed and have on sweats. And
yeah.
We've been chilling. Not really chilling all day.
No, we've been doing work all day.
We've been doing work all day. I lied about that.
Yeah, but now we're chilling.
We were about to interview Radio Lunchbox.
Yes.
From the Bobby Bones Show.
Yes.
And before we do that, we are just going to talk about our life.
We're going to talk about how opposite we are because I've been obsessed with these like Twitter polls and Instagram polls. And every choice that I pick, Lindsay picks the opposite. And so we're just not compatible.
But the weird thing is our zodiac signs are the most compatible signs in the zodiac.
Correct. So
that's probably why we work well together, but we would kill each other. Like if you were with a Virgo, you would probably kill it.
Kill it?
Yeah, or whoever the person is.
Yeah, for sure, because no.
And if I was with a Pisces,
you wouldn't handle it, or you'd control their life because, honestly, we just fly by the seat of our pants, and we are not planners and last minute, and you're not about that.
No. Like, literally, we had to record in my room because Kale's room is the chaos.
Yeah, 100%. There's shit everywhere.
I don't know how it gets that dirty. Like, how did your sheets get like that?
Well, one, I don't like when the room service, the housekeeping comes and cleans my room because they tuck the end of the bed sheets into the bed, and that drives me nuts.
Why? Because you can't, like, get any air down there?
Air! I just like the blankets to tuck into my feet. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, got it.
And it's I'm like wrestling the bed sheets to come out from under the bed when I'm in bed because I always forget to untuck it before I get in the bed.
No, like I literally did not look like I slept in this bed whenever I woke up. It was like one little straight line where my body had been for the whole night.
Do you not toss and turn all night, or you like lay in one position?
I mean, I probably move from like side to side, but it's literally like a little area. Like a really small area.
See, no. I literally will be wake up upside down.
Upside down?
Yeah, it doesn't
like
your
head at the
crazy.
foot?
Yeah, I sleep crazy.
That's not normal.
Probably not. I'm going to get a sleep study done.
That's really not normal, especially when you're grown. Like, if you're, like, 5, that makes sense.
But I'm 26.
But you're 26, and what kind of man is going to be trying to sleep with you?
I feel like I need a man to keep me in my place.
In all aspects. Like, all aspects, not just sleeping.
Maybe they'll keep me...
grounded.
Right.
Right there.
Right there. Okay.
Have you ever had a man to keep you grounded is the question.
No. I mean, they've tried.
Attempt failed.
Right.
3
Same
times.
with women. I think it just... Maybe...
Same with women. None of them can control you either.
No.
Kale is an uncontrollable force.
I'm unruly.
Well, let's call
Lunchbox.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm ready to talk to him.
Do it.
Hello.
Hi, Lunchbox.
How's it going?
How are you?
I am absolutely wonderful.
If you can't tell, this is Kale.
And this is Lindsay.
I know who this is.
Oh, okay.
How you doing, Lindsay? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can we talk about how you had been tweeting me and I literally thought you were Bobby Bones?
That's really funny. Well, sorry to disappoint you.
It's not a disappointment.
It's not. And I think your tweets are so funny.
Well, thank you. I do my best to keep them funny and not be too serious.
Well, yeah. The ones about your baby were hilarious, and your wife probably wanted to kill you.
What did he say about his baby?
Yeah.
About your or about your dad or your father-in-law?
Oh, with the breast milk?
With the breast milk?
No, that's definitely my dad. He is very, I don't think he really gets it. Like, he's very, like, oh, he doesn't even think about what he's saying, and he just, and she's not going to kill me because she was on speakerphone when he asked it, and she just looked at me and she was like, is he really asking me about my breast milk?
So, for those of you who don't know who Radio Lunchbox is, he has a very successful radio show in Nashville. And actually, I think the last time that I talked to you, like in person, was probably in. Did I talk to you with Amber in 2014?
Yeah, that was back when you guys were in town, and they surprised me by bringing you guys in the studio.
That's right.
They had me blindfolded, and they were like, we got special guests for you, and I kind of freaked out, and people think it's weird that a grown man freaked out, but whatever, we're not talking about why. I'm just a fan. I can't help it.
No, I was going to ask you, why are you a fan of Teen Mom? Like, how did you start watching this, and what made you love it? And also, I need to know who you like and who you don't like.
Okay, well, I started because I love MTV. I'm an MTV addict, and as a kid growing up, I thought, okay, when I grow up, I'm going to be on the Real World, and then my career will take off, and I'll become famous because I'm on the Real World, and then I'll go on the Challenge and all that. Well, then I got too old, and I was no longer eligible for the Real World, and they would show commercials for 16 and Pregnant. And I was like, hey, let me check this show out, you know? And because I like drama. I like drama, and I like reality TV, and so I start watching, and I'm like, this is just unbelievable. I can't believe all the drama and the craziness. And at first, I liked it because, it's a train wreck, and look at all the struggles. And then I'm
Basically.
like, man, I start relating. You start cheering for certain people, and you're like, man, I think it's just sometimes pregnancies happen, and you're like, I really like her. Oh, God, that girl's crazy. She's an idiot. She's never going to be a good mom. And you want to see you get invested. And then when they came out with Teen Mom, I was like, thank you. Because they were just 16 and pregnant, and you have no idea what happened to them. And
right.
I was like, huh.
We actually we had one of the girls from 16 and Pregnant on our podcast. We recorded with her yesterday. I don't know if you remember her. So her name was Lindsay also, and she wanted to be a cage fighter.
Okay.
She was actually one of the success stories of 16 and Pregnant, and I wish that they probably would have filmed with her for Teen Mom. I wish they would have, because she has a really awesome success story, and she just had twins and stuff.
That's why they don't film with her.
Oh, because she's successful.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So my question is, like, how did they pick you guys? Do you know, like, why they picked you guys from the original 16 and Pregnant to be Teen Moms? Is it because you had the most fan reaction, or they just liked your stories the best? I never knew why they picked certain girls and not other girls. I
think it had something to do with the storyline and how, I think for me, I happened to be the season finale, and so I got a good rating probably, and my story, like, they could see more with my story. I'm not really sure entirely. I never really asked. I guess that's a question I would be curious to know.
Yeah, why did they pick
probably
you?
I would say ratings, and they probably like the story. Because, I mean...
Okay, yeah, I know why they picked Janelle, because she's the biggest idiot on the planet.
Okay, yep.
Wow.
Well, I mean, let's just be real. Like, I mean, I watch her, and I'm just like, I don't know how. Well, what was her mom? I mean, but her mom to me is crazy. Also, their relationship is so toxic,
right?
And they both, and everybody's like, oh, Janelle is so mean to her mom, but her mom is not nice to Janelle either. Their relationship is, all they do is yell at each other, and maybe it's different. Like when you see them at the reunions, or
no, it's not different.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, so let's take a second to tell you guys what we absolutely love. You guys have heard it before. We talk about it all the time, and that is Care Of. It's the easiest way to keep your health on track with practically little to no effort, and Care Of is a monthly subscription vitamin service that is made from effective quality ingredients tailored to your specific needs.
Care Of has a fun online quiz, which I've talked about before, which makes it easy to determine what vitamins and supplements that you guys might need. It's a short quiz, and it asks you about things like your diet, your health goals, what lifestyle that you live, and uses those answers to create personalized vitamin packs just for you. It takes only a few minutes to get your personalized recommendations, and you get it right away.
Did you know that 90% of people fall short of FDA-recommended guidelines for at least one vitamin or nutrient? Because even when you're trying to maintain your healthy diet, it's really hard to do. So It can be hard to get all the nutrients in your body you need for long-term health, and Care of will help you get on track.
Vitamins are something that are super important to me and trying to keep me and my family healthy. And Care of fills all of those gaps missing from our diets, or especially for me getting an extra boost when I really need it. Your subscription box will include individually wrapped packets with your vitamins and supplements for easy grab and go. You'll receive a 30-day supply shipped right to your door. And this really saves me from having to take any extra trips to the store if I run out of something, or if I'm in the grocery store and I'm just on the vitamin aisle and I see something that I'm like, oh, I might want to use that, and then it sits in my cabinet for a really long time. This avoids all of that, and I love it.
So you can modify your subscription at any time, and the best part is that it costs about 20% less compared to similar brands at like a local drugstore or a health food store. You can get 25% off your first month of personalized Care of vitamins by visiting takecareof.com and entering our promo code COFFEE.
For 25% off your first month of personalized Care of vitamins, visit takecareof.com and enter promo code COFFEE. Did you watch Teen Mom last week?
With the gun?
With the gun?
No, I didn't see it last week. I've had a crazy week, so
You need to watch
I
it.
missed the past couple weeks.
You have to watch it.
I need to know. I need to know right now.
So basically, it shows.
Oh, wait. Is that the one where, that's where Janelle's driving on the road and some guy cuts her off?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So she follows.
She points a gun at him?
No, so he gets off an exit and like is done with the little like whatever the road rage they're having, and she follows him to his home and proceeds to accidentally run over his mailbox and then pull out a gun on him.
He starts blocking her in and tells her
after she runs over the mailbox.
After she runs over the mailbox, because I guess she had accidentally messed up his property. So I'm sure he was probably going to call the police. And then he blocked her in with his truck, and then
he hit her truck after she runs over the mailbox.
Yeah, she starts trying to get out of the situation, and he hits her car. And then she pulls the gun on him.
And Jace is in the front seat.
Yes, okay. And I saw this, like, Jace in the front seat, and so my question is, like, for me as a human, I watch it and I just think, is there any hope for Jace? Is Jace going to be normal at any point in his life? Does he have a chance to succeed, or is he just going to go down the same path as Janelle because he has no positive influence in his life at all?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the question that a lot of people have is like, now what? Like, what can you do at this point for him? Yeah. Nothing.
Because I assume you guys have met Jace.
Oh yeah.
Is he a normal little kid, or is he crazy and you can just see that, oh no, he's headed for trouble, or is he, I don't know, because I don't know anybody like that.
I mean, I think everyone's rooting for Jace. Everyone advocates for Jace and for Kaiser and even for Ensley. We don't really talk about Ensley too much because I feel like
and it's like people's kids, you know, like now you have a child now too, so it's like you don't really, as a mom, you don't cross over. If you talk about each other, that's one thing. But like talking about people's kids.
That's the thing is like I know there's a Save Kaiser hashtag, but I don't know what people say about Jace. Like, I don't know. I think everyone's rooting for him and hoping for the best, honestly.
Right. So you were asking me which ones do I like and which ones do I not like?
I want the tea. Like, what girls do you like from our show? What girls do you not like? What dads do you like?
I love Chelsea. I love Chelsea. I think she is wonderful. I think you are awesome, and I think Macy is awesome.
Yeah.
Those are my three that I'm just like, okay, you guys are legit. Like, you seem like normal humans. And I'm going to tell you who is the guy that I love the most is Gary. Gary, to me, is just a good dad. Like, when he comes across on TV, I don't know what he's like, but he seems like he just gets it. He loves Leah, and he just seems to be so supportive, and he seems to have gotten it together. Yeah,
I mean, every time that I've met him, he's always been super good. He's always been good about everything, and he tries to see, Amber's side too. Like, I love Amber. Amber's one of my good friends, but he does try to see, like, all sides of situations before, like, putting shit out there.
Yes. And one person that has grown is Amber. I mean, I still think she's a little, I'm like, ooh, like, I don't know, but for the most part, she has come a long way. I thought when she decided to go to jail over rehab, and she said it saved her life, which is great, I thought coming back, I was like, okay, please, Amber, get it together. Like, I'm hoping. But honestly, deep down, I didn't think she would be able to. I didn't think she would survive. I thought she would be one of those we'd be watching in 5 years, and she'd be back in jail, and she'd be back in trouble. But I have to say that she has pleasantly surprised me.
Yeah, no, she's super funny. We did the tour together whenever we came and met you, and then I've hung out with her a couple other times too, and she's so funny in person. Like, I know that there's like the mom side and then the TV side and then like the side of you and without the cameras and without, the kids around, and she's just so funny that I really don't have anything negative to say about her, because I didn't know about her prior. Like, I didn't know her personally prior to her going to prison or anything like that. I only met her after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. Who do you, like, okay, guys, how are we forgetting about Farrah? Like, oh my God. Like, how did we forget about Farrah? Like, honestly, I don't know who's bigger, well, Janelle's a bigger train wreck than Farrah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're equal but different.
Okay, they're train wrecks in different ways.
Right.
At least what Farrah is doing is not illegal and doing, I mean, she doesn't miss jail or probation because of Kesha, things like that. I mean, we have to understand.
Oh my
Kesha
God.
is so important.
Every time I think about Kesha, I think of Janelle.
Right. Like,
she's like, I'm going to the Kesha concert.
I can't miss this concert. This is why I got all the feathers in my hair.
Oh, yes, the feathers in my God. I mean, I put feathers in. I just love Kesha. And, I mean, just
Kesha.
Farrah, I mean, oh my gosh.
Farrah is
in the
crazy.
beginning, I felt so bad for her because the father of her child dies in a car wreck. Oh my gosh, traumatic. And now I'm just like, this girl's an idiot.
Yeah, I forget about her. Like, I feel like being fired was probably suited for her, because I truly forget about her.
And
I know
I think
as crazy
a lot
as she
of people don't talk about. I mean,
people talk about her, but I forget about her being like I know like the name Farrah because she was on Teen Mom, but I forget. I don't associate her with our show anymore.
Right. Let's stop for a minute and tell you guys about one of my favorites. That is Liquid IV. Liquid IV fuels tough workouts, helps prevent cramping, fatigue, and promotes healthy post-workout recovery. I use this after a workout. Sometimes on my evening walks, I'll make one and take it with me. It's also great for travel. I know that Kale uses it for that, right?
Yes.
So it can be used really any time of the day for really anything. It just helps you stay super hydrated, and I love it.
Yeah, it tastes really good too. So Liquid IV is a little flavored packet made with clean, non-GMO ingredients that you put into your water. It tastes great and aids quickly into hydrating you properly. So even if you're sick, I know I got sick a couple weeks ago, and this is perfect for that as well. You can use this stuff to help recover after a long night out too, which I know all of our friends do, or just in general to keep hydrated during a busy day.
I use Liquid IV because it delivers hydration to the bloodstream faster and more efficiently than water alone, and I hate just plain water, so this is perfect for me. So you don't have to worry as much about whether you're drinking enough water. It contains 5 essential vitamins, including more vitamin C than an orange and as much potassium as a banana. That's awesome.
The fact that Liquid IV is non-GMO, vegan, and free of dairy, soy, and gluten is a super plus for me and a ton of people around me.
I love Liquid IV, and I know you will too. Right now, our listeners get 20% off liquidiv.com when you use our code COFFEE at checkout.
That's 20% off anything you order on Liquid IV's website. Go to liquid-iv.com and enter our promo code COFFEE to get your savings and start getting better hydration. That's liquid-iv.com, promo code COFFEE. Don't wait. Get hydrated today. Okay, so what's next, Lindsay?
Actually, Farrah's dad had emailed me several times asking me if he could get on Coffee Combos. And then didn't he email somebody for me?
Yeah, he did email me or message me and ask to be on it. But, like, I don't even know what I would ask him or what I would say to him, truthfully.
And I don't even know what he would say to us.
Right. Like, he'd be like, well, my daughter is the best, and she does what she can. And I would be like, okay, great. That conversation is over.
Like, this isn't an interview, Michael.
Yeah, and if you're gonna have anybody on, you're gonna have her mom, because Michael's boring and like he doesn't have anything to say. And if you want to interview Deborah as me, you're gonna interview her because she's really, really good also, I think. But
the one thing I've always wondered about that situation is, why does she call her dad Michael?
Oh yeah.
So I thought it was. So for the longest time, I thought it was her stepdad.
No,
Me
it's
too.
Her
I did too.
It's her older sister's stepdad, but it's her dad.
Oh.
So who calls their
I think a lot of people do that, to be honest.
Well, I mean, I used to in high school just to
As
be
a joke,
a
like,
loser.
thanks,
Like,
Todd.
thanks, Todd.
Right,
You know,
but like,
yeah.
I mean, maybe I would call, if I ever talked to my mom, I probably wouldn't call her mom at this point.
What would you call her?
I would call her Susie.
Susie. Hey, Suze.
What's up, Suze?
Okay, but is that because you say that because your relationship wasn't like as close as a mother-daughter? Because Michael's been in her life. He was her dad.
Right.
And
I
so
see what you're
he
saying.
was there. And so I would always think you would, because I still call my parents mom and dad. I don't call them Steve and Ann. I call them mom and dad.
I only called Todd because I thought it was funny.
Right. Like you
know?
wouldn't ever. Yeah, and I would only call my mom by her name because we're estranged right now.
Yeah.
But like, Michael raised her, right? And
Yeah.
he goes to bat for his daughter.
Yeah, he
goes
goes
on the reg,
constantly. Like,
defends her in porn and everything. So you would think that she would have some type of respect to call him dad.
But you're wrong. Sarah has no respect for anybody.
But you know what?
She has no respect for anybody. Not even her daughter, I don't think.
But you know what? I'm thinking that someone like her has a mental disorder. Like, she's obviously mentally ill, and so it's like you can't, like, how much responsibility can she really take if nobody like that is normal. You can't tell me that someone like that is.
I mean,
I 100% agree with you. I think there are deeper issues that she has not addressed, and
she never will because she can't.
She never will because she can't. And
right.
She buries them, and by burying them, she goes and does the lips and everything under the sun, and it doesn't even look like fair anymore. But that's what she thinks makes her happy. But really, inside, she's empty.
but I mean, we can't talk crap because I do lips too. So
I get Botox in my armpits
and like in my forehead, but I don't do it for those types of reasons.
I just do it because I smell.
Well, I don't smell. I just do it.
Wait. Explain, because I don't know anything about Botox. Why do you get it in your armpits?
I get it in my armpits because I sweat really bad and I smell really bad.
Huh.
So
so Botox makes you not sweat?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Well, it'll make me sweat less.
Okay.
So, like, you don't want to completely put it in your armpits so that you stop sweating because then it'll come out of other places. So I just get enough so that it's minimal sweat and minimal smell.
I don't even hardly sweat, first of all.
Well, I sweat like a pig.
And secondly, I get it in my forehead so I don't have any expression.
Can you lift your eyebrows for me real quick? I mean, it looks good. Wait, okay, so Lunchbox, what other shows are you a super fan of? I need answers. Do you watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette?
Tell us everything.
I watched The Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise.
The Challenge?
The Challenge. I am a diehard
So
Challenge fan.
how do you feel about Corey and Cheyenne coming on Teen Mom OG?
I guess it's okay. I wish. I mean, the reason they're doing that is because of Corey, because he is one of the faces of MTV now. He's the next generation. I feel like they kind of, he's on every challenge. He's on X on the Beach. He's on this. He's on that.
Right.
And so they need that, and Cheyenne's on the challenge. So I guess that's good because it's been so long since 16 and Pregnant. I guess they can't really go back and get a girl that was on 16 and Pregnant because no one's going to remember her, and they think that it's going to be interesting to have Corey because he's on every other show. But so I mean, I'm for it just because I like Corey. He seems to be a stand-up guy, even though he's a player. Like, I mean, dude's got game, like mad game, mad respect because girls fall in love with him, and he seems to be like a good dad. Cheyenne says, he's a great dad. He's there for his daughter, all that. So I'm like, I'm for it.
We had Jimmy from the challenge on a few weeks ago, and she said that they really front on IG. So
yeah, that's what she believes. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, that's what she believes. So, I mean, I think she would know better than us.
Anyone. Yeah, because she's on the challenge with them.
Wow, so you think it's just an all front to make it look like they're all happy, hunky
But
dory.
anyone can do that. I mean, my life, my day-to-day life is not easy or perfect, and on Instagram,
it's like
it
your
looks
highlight
great.
reel.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah, Instagram is the best of. It's the best of me. Like, look at me on a waterfall in Hawaii. I'm not going to post me sitting on the couch,
crying.
My kid would throw up on me, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because that's not exciting. You want to make everybody think, I have the perfect life. Oh, look at me. I have, I'm doing the cool stuff.
I'm the best.
How do you feel?
What do you think about Cheyenne coming on OG?
You know what? I don't really have an opinion on it. Me and Corey were always cool. I guess we're not cool anymore. I don't know why. I'm not really sure, but he's not down with me right now. So, I don't really care. I don't have an opinion. Same thing for Bristol. Like, I just don't have a real opinion. I think for Teen Mom 2, like, all of us were a little salty when they brought Brianna on, because it was just kind of like, it's crazy because MTV they don't call us and tell us when they're doing anything, and I just feel like after doing this show for 10 years, you would think that they would have some type of respect to call us and be like, hey, you have this special that's airing tomorrow at 9, or hey, we're adding a new member to the cast. Like, you know what I mean? So that was, they had already, I think, it had already been like a signed, done deal for like weeks and weeks and weeks before we ever knew. And I think the same thing for OG, like nobody knew until it was announced online. And it was like, you don't have any respect for the cast that has been doing this for 10 years to call us and just give us a heads up. So you've thought about the milestones you want to hit in life, and sometimes they feel so far away. Like, I go back and forth between buying a new house or not buying a new house. That's like something huge for me. But if you have high credit card bills or you're not really sure where your credit is, there's one easy way to get on track towards your goal, and that's Lending Club. So with Lending Club, you can consolidate your debt or pay off credit cards with like one fixed monthly payment. And since 2007, Lending Club has helped millions of people regain control of their finances with affordable fixed rates and personal loans. I personally would use Lending Club.
No trips to the bank, no high interest credit cards. Just go to lendingclub.com and you guys can tell them about yourself and how much you want to borrow. You can pick the terms that are right for you. If you are approved, the loan is automatically deposited into your bank account in as little as a few days. Lending Club is the #1 peer-to-peer lending platform with over $35 billion in loans issued.
Go to lendingclub.com/combos, check your rate in minutes, and borrow up to $40,000. That's lendingclub.com/combos.
Again, lendingclub.com/combos, all loans made by Web Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. I feel a little bit different about the OG situation with Corey and Cheyenne because I feel like you were saying, Lunchbox, that, Corey's well known on an MTV, which I understand ratings wise why they would do that. They're pulling from the family, trying to keep it all there. Like, I get it. TV politics, got it. But at the same time, I feel like the girls that were originally like the Teen Mom OG, Teen Mom 2 girls, they came from 16 and Pregnant. They were on the struggle bus when they got on. Corey has TV paychecks at this point. So it's a bit different of a situation.
Totally. Oh, I totally see what you're saying. Yeah, because he's not hurting for money because he already has the income coming in.
Correct.
But who would you go back and get? Because it's been 10 years, and you go get these girls, and everybody's like, huh? Who is that again? I don't know. Because like they tried the Teen Mom 3 or whatever. I don't even know if they call it Teen Mom 3 or whatever, but it didn't work. And I don't know why it didn't work. And so maybe they were like, okay, we can't do that route anymore, so let's go get someone that's a known commodity to our brand and do it. And Bristol Palin coming on, now to me, I don't like that at all. I'm like, I got no affiliation with her. She is nobody, but I guess she brings a different audience, and MTV knows what they're doing, but I'm like, get her out of here. And Brianna, you can kick rocks too.
Yes.
We don't need you anymore.
Thank you.
Gosh.
Thank you.
Hey, Lunchbox, are you guys going to invite Coffee Combos on Bobby Bones? That's the question.
Yeah, are we going to, is Lindsay and Kale invited to by the Bobby Bones radio
Oh,
show.
if I had any control, I'd have you on every day.
Oh, fuck
Every
yeah.
day I'd say, oh, yeah, guys, come on. But Bobby is in control of that, and he doesn't let me have any control because the show would be a disaster.
I just followed both of y'all on Instagram, so maybe he'll see my follow and be like, hey, you want to come on the show?
Yeah, shouldn't Bobby, want us to?
Yeah.
He should, because you guys are so cool and popular, and he doesn't really understand that. He doesn't get how awesome you guys are and how awesome Team Mom, OG, and Team,
Does he watch?
He doesn't get it.
No,
he doesn't watch it. He doesn't watch anything good. He doesn't watch any of the good shit.
Show him Chris Lee Knows Best, and then maybe he'll want us after that.
Right. He doesn't watch The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, anything. But,
what does Bobby watch?
Yeah, what do we need to do to get on his good side?
He watches... he watches Netflix. I mean, he watches shows like Daredevil and something called Staircase. I don't know what that is. Some on Netflix.
Bobby is a Netflix and chill.
Yeah, he's Netflix and chill, for sure.
Yeah. But he chills by himself is the problem. He does chill by himself. He does not have a... So, yes,
Bobby and I are one in the same then.
Yeah. It's just crazy. I don't know. I try to convince him because I talk about the show all the time. I'm always like, oh my gosh. And they're like, and he always makes one. He's like, dude, why do you watch Teen Moms? I'm like, well, they're not Teen Moms anymore. I'm following their life now as they, they're in adulthood and like what's going on, and you got to know. And Tail, can I ask you? Because I have always wondered this, and maybe you guys address it in the show, and I don't know. Joe's parents.
Yeah.
Because to me, I don't know where they are now, or if they don't want to be on the show, or if it's just like, it's too far removed, or if you have a good relationship with them now. But in the beginning, to me, I thought that was the best relationship coming from you weren't their kid, but you were the one that was pregnant, but the baby's father. That was the best relationship out of any of them that I saw on 16 and Pregnant, and then it sort of deteriorated. And then we never heard anything else about it.
Yeah.
Is that relationship mended, or is it just kind of eh?
So Joe and I, his dad and I always had a really good relationship. Like, he was always very honest with me, and I could be honest back with him, and I never felt judged or anything. That was always solid. When Joe and I split and I moved, he moved to Jersey. And then, so his dad and his parents actually got divorced shortly after Joe and I split. So they split, and then I think one of them stayed in Pennsylvania, one of them moved to Jersey, and then Janet and I think, was a little more phony. I don't think that was I don't know what that relationship was, but it never felt real to me. And I think that, once Joe and I split, I didn't really have contact with them anymore. I lived in Pennsylvania. They lived in Jersey. They were split. I didn't really have any reason to have a relationship with them. But, I mean, now if I were to see them at, like, a birthday party or something, like, we're all civil. We all get along, and it's fine.
Okay. That's what I wondered. I always wondered about that because I felt like the parents were supportive of, you know what I mean? They were there for both of you, but now that I know that she was fake, okay, good.
And that's how I feel. That's how that's what the vibe. I don't think that she likes me. I don't think she ever really liked me, and I think a lot of it was a front for the camera, but I don't know that for sure. That's how I feel.
Okay. And then also, because you and I used to go kind of back and forth a little bit on Twitter when you and Javi were still together.
Yeah.
Are you guys back to being civil, or is it, I mean, because I think you say he's a good dad. You say, but I don't know, because he went over to Brianna, and you know how I feel about Brianna. She can kick rocks. Once again, MTV, if you're listening, like, no one likes her. Like,
Javi and I have a really weird relationship. I think he's a Disney dad, so the kids love to go be at his house. There's no structure, there's no rules, there's no boundaries. It's a free for all. So naturally, the kids love to be around him. He says that him and his girlfriend, when they get their own house, things are going to be different because, he lives with his parents now. And so a lot of that comes from, the grandparents, spoil the kids, right? So he's at work. And so when he has Lincoln over there, his parents are actually raising Lincoln when he's at work and, all of that. So he says that when they move into the house, there's going to be structure, there's going to be rules. And so I do think that Javi means well, and I think that he's a good dad, but relationship-wise, I think he's horrible. But, yeah, we're civil. It's weird because, I don't know, I feel like it's a lot of, oh, well, you did this to me, so I'm going to do this to you. I think it's a lot of that.
So
with us.
Because when I used to watch him when you guys were together, he would drive me nuts because I felt like he was just so jealous and so trying to be controlling. And it's just, like, to me, I would get so frustrated, and I'd tweet it, and then he'd tweet me, he'd get mad at me on Twitter and be like, oh, you want to say stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I get it, whatever. I like Twitter wars. It's fun. If you want to tweet back and forth, that's great.
Right.
But I'm just like, man, if you're with someone, why are you going to be that jealous and that controlling? Like, Kale is so nice to you, and you are just so mean. And it would make me so mad. My wife would watch it, and she'd be like, oh my gosh, why is he so mean to her? Blah, blah, blah. I just want to know.
I was so nervous that it was never coming across that way. I feel like Lindsay and I talk about it all the time. Like, I come off very cold and mean to him. But what was off camera, I felt like more than what was on the show was the insecurity and the jealousy and the control that he had over me. It was like, it was so bad, Lunchbox. Like, and I don't feel like it ever came across on TV. And then they would be like, why is Kale so mean to him? And I'm like, you guys don't understand what I'm dealing with him off camera. And then to do it on camera is like, now I'm cold and I'm a bitch because you guys don't understand what just happened off camera. You know what I mean?
One of my favorite scenes was when you guys were driving that like little Mercedes and like you wrecked it on the freeway. Y'all were like in an argument and you wrecked it on the freeway. I loved that shit.
Because we argued because I hate the cold. I don't like being in the cold. I don't want to go ice skating. I don't want to go snowboarding. I do not like the cold. And he thought it was a good idea, knowing that I don't like anything in the cold, to take me ice skating on camera. No, you're not going to film me bust my ass in the ice cold when you know I don't fucking like it. But
he was trying to make you look bad. He was trying to make you look bad.
I
can't believe you don't think on camera it came across as him controlling.
No, I don't think it did.
Whenever you want to go do stuff with your girlfriends, he had 500 questions about, what do you mean? Who's going to be there? What time? What time are you going to be home? Why can't I come? Like, dude,
let me just tell you.
Have some friends.
Let me tell you a story, okay, really quick. So I've always been the type that's like, I want to encourage my significant other to go out and do stuff when we're together. Just because I can't go or I'm with the kids this weekend, I'm still going to encourage them to go because I never want to be the wife that's like, no,
stay
you
home,
can't go.
You can't go because I can't
go.
Right,
like I'm not that type of person. But
you still need to have friends.
Right,
you gotta have friends outside of
But when I get a chance to go out, I kind of expect the same thing in return. So there was one time where our best friends flew in from New Mexico, and they have a daughter together, brought the daughter, and the girl, me and her, stayed home with the kids, and they said that they were going to go out and go to the strip club. And I was like, all right, cool, that's fine. Just please don't touch anyone. Like, you don't need to get a lap dance. Like, anything else is fair game. Have fun, drink, whatever. So all of a sudden, I'm getting tweets about Javi in the strip club getting a lap dance in the back room, and I'm at home with the kids. So that stuff never made Teen Mom. That stuff never hit, but I'm getting tweets from the strippers saying, oh, your man is here getting a lap dance in the back room, and ha, 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 you're at home with the kids, and then that never comes across. But then somebody texts me, good morning, do you have class? And I've never touched or slept with this kid a day in my life, and now I'm a hoe, and I'm cheating, and I'm a liar, and I'm this, and I'm that. And so I don't feel like my story in that aspect ever came across on TV the way it actually played out in real life.
Well, I feel like
I'll do that.
Always, like, a manipulator is going to manipulate a situation
like he
to
said,
look whatever way.
That I was sleeping, all these dudes were in the house, whatever, when he was deployed. Lunchbox, when I tell you, this man already had a house when he came home. He played it like he didn't know that he wasn't going to live with me when he came home. He had a whole house that he was moving into 3 days after he came home, and then made a big scene like he had no fucking clue.
Oh, he played the victim very well on TV, and then I also think you say about insecurity, like he was very insecure, and I think that also, man, he nowadays TV, he thinks he is Mr. Bravado, like he thinks he is TheBomb.com. I know that's a 1995 reference, but now Javi comes across as Mr. Oh yeah, I'm cool, look at me, I'm Javi, like to me, and I'm just like, dude, like, come on, you are just like you were mean to Kale, and then you're getting kind of faded out like in TV, like they weren't really concentrating on you as much. So let me go date Brianna, who we don't really care about, but you got another storyline. Congratulations. And I think he thought he was going to weasel his way into being on the challenge. And I really think that's what he thought he was going to do.
He still thinks that. He still thinks that.
He does.
Yeah, he definitely wants to be on the challenge.
See it. I see it. I see it in him, and I'm like, dude, we're not bringing you on the challenge. I don't have anything to do with the challenge, but I watch it, and I'm like, you're not going to be on the challenge. We don't want you.
We don't want you. I want to go on the challenge.
I know. Kayla and I were talking about going on the challenge together.
Could you picture us on the challenge?
How do you think you would do on the challenge, though?
I think I would actually not do well at all, but I think I would do well on Fear Factor.
Okay, see, I would be terrible at Fear Factor because they have to eat things, and I can't eat anything that is gross. And just like I can't eat mayonnaise. Like it's the smell, the ranch dressing, the smell of it makes me almost vomit. So I can't. I'm not doing the eating. The challenge, I think I could do good at the manipulating with the physical stuff.
Right.
I don't think I'd be that good.
Right. Same. So much same.
Hey, Lunchbox, can we talk quickly about your napping?
What's up with your napping?
Oh, yeah, you want to talk about my napping? I mean, I can nap in no time. I mean, I'm great at it.
But you think you out-nap me, and that's the, misconception here, because
Lindsay naps all the time, and I'll get a text from her 6 hours later, I just took the best nap. And I'm like, congrats. I can't even, it takes me 45 minutes to fall asleep.
I was napping for literally 5 hours.
That's not a nap. That's a whole, sleep cycle.
It's glorious. I've literally, I swear, Lunchbox, I have taken a nap every single day of my life for the past 5.5 years. Not miss.
That is impressive. I can say I do not have a clean record of 5.5 years. There are days I miss, I get busy, whatever. But I can fall asleep in the drop of a hat, and I can fall asleep anywhere. I can lay, when I was in high school, I was on the track team. I would go on the concrete underneath on the stands at the track meet, just put a sweatshirt underneath my head and lay straight down on the concrete, fall asleep, no problem.
And then do you wake up easily?
I can go to the stool. Oh yeah, I can wake up whenever I want. Oh, whatever. Hey, you guys need me to go do something? All right.
So it's just like a power nap, and you're good to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can be an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or it can be 30 minutes. I can fall asleep waiting. If I'm in the waiting room for the doctor, I fall asleep. Instead of calling my name, I just put my head back and I'm out. I cannot help it. I get on an airplane. The best place to nap is on an airplane. I get in there, I sit in the window seat, and before we even back up to take off, I'm asleep.
Same.
But that is not quality sleep. I sleep on an airplane and I could sleep from Philly to LA, and it's a 6-hour flight, but when I wake up, I don't feel rested. I feel like my eyes were just closed and I wasn't even sleeping.
That's because you were thinking. See, that's the thing. You got to shut it all down.
So
you don't think about things. See,
do you think that
I have a kid.
Do you think that you
have
think about things. Sleep? Not apnea.
I feel like you have epilepsy.
No, narcolepsy.
Narcolepsy. No. I don't have narcolepsy because I don't fall asleep.
Epilepsy.
Wait, Lunchbox, what is epilepsy?
That's when you have seizures.
No, narcolepsy.
Narcolepsy.
Yeah. That's when you're driving and you fall asleep. You fall asleep behind the wheel or whatever. You pull up in a drive-thru and you fall asleep for 2 seconds.
Is that you?
No. I can maintain. If I'm in control of the car, I can stay awake.
Okay, good.
So everyone loves BioClarity, right? Let's talk about it. What is easier than having an awesome skincare regimen delivered straight to you? And it's an easy 3-step skincare routine that's 100% vegan. Plus, it's gluten and cruelty-free.
And I use the Essentials routine, and it has been awesome for my skin. I love the skin smoothie because my face is super, super dry in the summer. And like I've said this so many times, it's really hydrating. They have some new masks that I really love as well. And their ingredients nourish the skin, soothes away any imperfections and blemishes, and Floralux has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that feed your skin from the outside in.
And now they have masks, and I'm loving the clarifying mask, aka the pore purifier. It's soothing and helps with imperfections and the appearance of pores, because mine are huge, so it's awesome. You can get started with healthier habits on your skincare. Just go to bioclarity.com. Our listeners get their first month for 50% off a routine, plus shipping is free. And it comes with a 100% risk-free money-back guarantee. But you need to enter our code COFFEE. That's bioclarity.com and enter our code COFFEE.
Okay, so tell us about your son coming 6 weeks early and your panic attack that you probably had when your wife went into labor.
So I had just come back. I did what we call a bachelor party weekend in Las Vegas.
Of course you did.
Me and my boys, we went to Vegas. You know, we're up there at the Palazzo, stayed the whole weekend, partying, drinking like rock stars, eating like champions. And we come home like after the weekend, and it's that Tuesday morning, and we're doing the show. And what's funny is we do a talk break, and Bobby's like, "Oh, so give us a baby box update." And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, everything's good. We got 6 weeks to go." And he goes, "There's no chance it comes early." I was like, "No, it ain't gonna come early." And literally 12 minutes later, my wife texts me and is like, "I think my water broke."
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
And you were in Vegas? That's like a 4 or 5 hour flight.
He was on Bobby Bone show when this happened.
Yeah, I had just got back.
You had just got back. Oh. Okay.
So I went to Vegas, came back, and then the next day she's going, like, her water breaks. So I'm like, oh no. So I come home from work, and I don't know if you guys know what it is like to have a kid, so you're prepared and you have a bag when you go to the hospital and everything.
Right.
We were 6 weeks out. We didn't have a car seat. We didn't have a backpack. We didn't have anything. So I grabbed a backpack. I threw 2 sweatshirts in there and 2 books. Why did I grab books? I don't know, but I thought, we'll have time to read. We'll relax. And we went to the hospital. We didn't have a toothbrush. We didn't have anything. And because I thought, okay, it's going to be a false alarm. And we go and they do a test. They're like, no, your water broke. And so we're like, okay. And so however many hours later, the baby was born. And
wait, and you didn't? She didn't even get to birth in her own clothes or anything. Like you didn't have shit.
We didn't have anything. We had nothing. Like she had clothes on that she wore there, and that was it. We didn't have a change of clothes. And
you did you know the gender or no?
No, I didn't know the gender. So, like, when the baby was born, the doctor takes it, and the doctor doesn't say it's a boy or girl. The doctor, she just put it on my wife's chest, and we look at the baby like, oh, my gosh, it's a baby.
They did that to me, too. And I'm like,
and then we look, and we're like, oh, no, I like it that way, because instead of the doctor announcing it, you get to discover it for yourself, and then they say it's a boy, and I cut the cord, and then the NICU nurses and doctor took it, and that was it.
So what? How?
Him.
2 times they did that to me. So I have 3. I have the 3 boys, and I didn't find out for any of them. But for Lincoln and Lux, they didn't tell us what they were, and they put the baby on my chest, and I'm like, what is it? Like, is you going to tell me is it a boy or a girl? Like, what are y'all doing? But for Isaac, as soon as he came out, Joe was like, it's a boy. Like, he let me know like right away. But the other 2, I'm like, were y'all going to tell me or?
Yeah, it's like a mystery.
So what were your thoughts? Did you think it was a boy? Did you think it was a girl? Like, what were you thinking?
Going in, I thought it was a girl because, and this is a dumb reason, but I'm weird, and my sister has a daughter. My brother has a son. And when we went and got the sonogram, the first sonogram, the heart rate was 140 beats per minute, and that was the exact same heart rate as my sister's daughter. And every time we went, the heart rate matched exactly my sister's kid. So I thought, well, if she has a daughter, we have the same heartbeat at the same time, at the same appointment, it has to be a girl.
Well, I've heard that theory. I've definitely, like the higher heartbeat is a girl, I think. I think I've heard that one.
Well.
Yeah, and the fact that it was matching, every time, like I was just like, okay, this has to be a girl. And so when the boy came out, I was like, wow. And so that was awesome.
So you were so pumped. So did you guys name him?
Yes, we named him. His name is River.
River,
I saw that on Twitter, but I was really rooting for Jackson because obvious reasons. Like I have a Jackson, so I thought,
I like River.
Cute.
River is really cute.
But River's like unique, it's not like a bunch of kids are gonna have River.
Right. I know.
Right,
I actually.
And that's kind of what I want.
I know 2 Rivers, but one's in California and one's a middle name in New Mexico.
But those were none of the names that you said, like initially.
Right, well, I had thrown that name out there to the wife, and she was like, she wasn't feeling it. She was not feeling it, so I just kind of left it alone, and we kept going. And, when the baby's born 6 weeks early, we don't have a name picked out, so we kind of, that night in the hospital, we're kind of going over names, and then we didn't name the kid for a week.
Hey.
7-8 days.
That's fine.
So, I wasn't going to say anything about not having a name, but yes, So then, like, she just came back to me that night, and she was like, hey, you know, I've really been thinking about River, and I think we should go with it. And I was like, I'm down, because that's the name I wanted from the beginning, but...
Oh, so
Super
does he have a
cute.
middle name? What's his middle name?
No, we haven't said the middle name because my wife wants to keep the middle name private.
Got it.
She wants a little privacy for him, so
Right.
we haven't said the middle name.
Okay, well, River's still super cute. I dig
That's so cute. And were you like excited that it was a boy, or were you kind of hoping it was a girl, or what was the reaction?
I think every guy wants a boy.
Right.
Every guy.
Yeah.
And I wanted a boy because in my family it goes boy, girl, boy. And so I want the older brother, and then we can have a younger sister, whatever, and to carry on the family name. And
Right.
I just know how to deal with boys. I don't know how to raise a girl because I'm a boy and I don't really know much about girls, but I was super stoked it was a boy, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, of
I
course.
don't want to lie to you guys.
Why did you guys not find out? Was it just like something that you just wanted it to be a surprise, or was your reasoning?
Just a surprise.
Yeah.
I'm more of the surprise type. I
Yes.
think it's more fun. And I told my wife wanted to find out, and I said, it's one of the last surprises really that you get of your life.
Probably-
and you can plan for,
Truly
you can
the
plan
only.
for everything. So why plan this? Just let it happen, and then we're going to enjoy the kid no matter what. So let's just wait until it comes, and we'll do it. And when we went to get the sonogram the first time, and she did the little sonogram, we were leaving, and she goes, I got to go to the bathroom. So she went back there to go to the bathroom, and it was taking a while, and I texted her. I said, if you're back there finding out the gender, we're getting divorced.
We're getting divorced. Yeah, no, I agree with you, though. I think that that is one of the only surprises in life, I feel like.
And that's like fine, and I get y'all's reasoning, but it's just not realistic for a personality like me. Like, I'm a planner. I found out at 18 weeks.
You can find out at 10 weeks now.
I'm not messing around like y'all did and finding out when I have to
The
look
day
at his
of.
dinky or whatever, like whenever he's born.
Dinky.
I can't, or his pee, like whatever you
His
call it,
ween?
weenie or whatever. Like, I can't do all of that. That is too much stress for me. I need clothes, gender specific. Like, I need all of that. It's
And let me tell you, there are not very many
Genders,
gender-neutral
no.
clothes in the girls section, because I got a lot of them, and they have dinosaurs and dogs on them.
Yeah.
And people are like, you obviously think it's a boy. And I'm like,
No.
You go to the girls section, they're all pink with ribbons on them. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Why can't a girl like dogs and dinosaurs?
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's super frustrating because
This
it's like, what
makes
can
me
you get?
think of something really weird that I just saw, like an article on the other day about babies. Have you heard about this?
Babies?
Yeah, they bees, like THEYBIES. Have you heard of it?
No, but I know there was
Never heard of it.
No, there was a show
Okay.
called Gabies.
No. This isn't a show. This is like a new thing that
Okay.
people are doing.
All right.
So apparently, it's where obviously if you have a boy or a girl, but you don't say like they're a boy or a girl. So they get to choose, and they do that until they're like 2 years old. And they get to choose if they are a boy or a girl, not by like what parts they have.
But how? Like, how does that work? Like, you just do everything gender neutral, and then they
Yeah.
choose if they're a boy or a girl?
and they choose like whatever they are.
And this is not a show.
No, this is not a show. This was just like something that I saw online, and it was like this political debate about it, and if people like thought it was a thing or not a thing, and should it be a thing, and if people agreed with it or disagree with it or whatever. I thought it was really crazy because I'd never heard of something like that before.
I wonder if, like, cavemen had these types of, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, going all the way back, like, did they have these type of gender issue, problem, identity things? Or, like, do you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. But, like, I just think, obviously, like, as a parent, I feel like natural instinct and reaction is you treat a girl like a girl and a boy like a boy. You know what I mean? Like, because you know what it is.
Then they might, yeah, I guess. But then, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if they're growing up and they start playing with cars, like, if you have a boy, your natural reaction is going to be buy cars, not babies.
Right.
Yeah, and that is so interesting because what age, so you just wait and you just kind of gender neutral till they're 10 years old?
It's like 2, I think, 2 years old.
2. But
And
then,
it's like, how do they even know? Like, do boys even know they're boys by the time they're 2? You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like,
I get, right. Probably not.
Very interesting.
it was very interesting. You should do some research on it, Lunchbox, and you should talk about it.
I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to be like, wow. Because some people on Twitter did, because I was like, oh, it's a boy, and some people did reply and say, why don't you let us decide what it is? And I'm like,
Okay.
huh?
Yeah, right.
And I think
Yeah.
that's what they're referring to.
So it's this new thing, and I didn't really do like much research or anything like that on it. It was just something like I was scrolling and I saw it, and I was like, interesting. I've never really thought of that ever in my entire life. So give us any more updates. Do you have anything?
Anything. I mean, he is in the NICU, and he's been there for what are we at 10 days now, and they just took out the oxygen tube, so he's breathing on his own, and they took out the IV, so he's breathing on his own. He still has a feeding tube, and he's just getting stronger by the day. They got to get the belly moving down, which causes jaundice, and then he has to be able to take a bottle every feeding for 24 hours before he can come home. So, I mean, we're hopeful that, in the next week he comes home, but we have no idea. But I guess it's sad that he has to be there, and it's really hard going to the hospital and seeing your child hooked up to wires and not being able to just pick him up and hold him.
Right.
But the nurses there they're amazing. It's a sad place, but it's a happy place at the same time because they love on them and they're doing what they need to get stronger. And let's be real, it allowed me to put the crib together. It allowed me to get the house together a little bit. My parents came to town, her parents came to town, and we had to clean up the house. We had to get the stroller. We had to get everything. We were supposed to fly last weekend, so 5 days after he was born. It was the baby shower in Houston, where my wife is from. That's where we were going to a baby shower. He came 5 days before the baby shower, so no baby shower.
Right.
Wow.
Right. That's interesting. I know that you didn't hear the podcast with the other Lindsay that we talked about from 16 and Pregnant, but she had her twins at 29 weeks, and her twins were in the NICU for 4 months, and she said that they didn't even get her daughter on a feeding tube until they had sent her, they put her on a feeding tube weeks and weeks and weeks after they couldn't figure out what was wrong, and she wasn't eating. She had dropped weight. She was 3 pounds, and they still didn't think to put her on a feeding tube. So it's so interesting to me that you're saying that he's been in there for 10 days and he has the feeding tube because they didn't think to do that for Lindsay's daughter.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
But you are in Nashville, which is the mecca of medicine. So,
Okay.
That's a different story too.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
well, I'm glad that he's doing really well and he's, getting stronger by the day. I mean, it's got to be heartbreaking, obviously, to have a baby in the NICU, but good news that he's, getting stronger.
So
yeah,
6 weeks early, and he weighed how much at birth?
He weighed 5 pounds 11 ounces, so he was a big old boy.
He was a big boy. He was big.
And so that was the good thing. That was the positive, that he was, already kind of a big boy for being 6 weeks early. And it's just crazy that he was not supposed to be here until August 29th. I mean, I just keep thinking about that, and I'm just like, wow. So this is, the way I try to look at it and stay positive is it's bonus time.
Right.
Even though I have to go up and see him and not be able to hold him all the time, but I wouldn't be able to see him if he didn't come to his normal time. So we just got to enjoy this extra time. But I say that, but then I start crying, and I get sad every time we go. But it's awesome.
It's got to be so hard. I had my little one. I went into preterm labor at 34 weeks, and then I delivered at 36 weeks and 6 days. So, but he was 6 pounds and 10 ounces when he was born. So he also would have been a big baby. And I don't know. Sometimes I just think that your body kind of knows what it can take, and it just naturally puts itself in labor. And thank God for modern medicine and, God. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you guys, you may call me crazy, but one of my dogs, I think knew my wife was about to go into labor, because the night before, we were cooking dinner, and one of my dogs kept licking my wife's legs, just licking, and she never licks my wife's legs like that. It's usually me because I'm sweaty. I got home from a soccer game, and she likes the salt, but she would not leave my wife alone.
Oh, I thought you meant that you are the one licking your wife's leg.
Oh, no, my dog. And the next morning, when my wife's water broke, the dog was licking her legs again, and she was just like, I don't understand. And then we go to the hospital, and I'm like, well, that tells you
That's why. Yeah, 100%. The dogs
so
know.
crazy.
The dogs always know, I feel like. Or
they're so smart.
Yeah,
I was just like, this is crazy.
Yeah, for sure. No, I don't think that's crazy at all. I think that's facts.
So are you excited to be able to bring him home? Like y'all are all set up and everything now?
Well, I wouldn't say we're all set up. We're still working on. We got the car seat. Now we just have to get in the car because everybody says that it's so hard. Like 90% of parents do it wrong. Someone told me, so we're trying to find that. We're trying to go to the fire station because supposedly they'll help you put it in.
I was going to tell you that.
Yep,
that you could go to the fire station and they'll help you put it in. But take it from two moms. You will never be fully prepared.
Never.
For anything for 18 years or longer.
I have to tell you, there has been multiple times. Okay, you guys both know I have 3 kids. I have forgotten the stroller to go to like the mall, and it's like I might as well just
turn
around because we're not going at this point. You know what I mean? So, and that's as a mom of 3, I'm forgetting a stroller. So yeah, you'll never be fully prepared, but it's a fun ride.
And things always come up.
Excited.
We're excited for you. Congratulations.
I know.
Thank you very much.
Are you going to send us like a picture of him before it goes to Twitter?
Yeah.
No, I haven't put any pictures out.
But when you do.
Yeah, I can. To me, because he has wires, and to me, I don't know, it feels weird to put a picture up with him with wires, and I know that's who he is, but I mean, just for some reason, to me, it's hard. It's hard to me.
Yeah, no,
I mean, because everybody keeps asking, "Where's the picture? Where's the picture?" And I'm like,
not right now.
Like oversensitive because I don't want him to have wires. Is it?
No, I think that's your instincts kicking in. And
I think it's like parental instinct to be like, I don't want you to see my baby in like a tough situation,
right? And it's a private time for you guys to I don't know, have this time with him. So yeah, whenever you're ready. But we just hope that we get, one of the first pictures before Twitter does.
Yeah, we just want to see it before Twitter.
I will make sure you guys see it before I put it up.
Okay.
You do that, Lunchbox. And thank you so much for coming on and talking with us. We appreciate it.
Hey, well, thank you guys. I mean, look, I'm telling you, I love you guys, and Kale, I love the show, and I've been a huge fan forever. And it may sound weird coming from a 37-year-old man that has watched it from the beginning, but I'm just telling you, I'm a fan, and there's nothing weird about it, people. It's just, you get invested. You really do get invested, and it's just, and you can like the drama that the other people on the show bring. You got some normal people, and then you got the drama.
Right.
Yeah, and I love it.
I think there's more men that watch it than those who will admit to it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't think you're the only one, because I have had, it's crazy how many guys have come up to me in person and or their kids. Oh, my dad said you're on Teen Mom. And it's like, yeah.
Why is your dad
watching?
Right,
your dad's watching. So I don't think it's weird. You admit it. So that's cool.
Well, let us know, Lunchbox, once you go and rally with Bobby on Monday. Let us know what he says about us coming on.
Like when we can come on.
All right, I'll let you know. I'll talk to him.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Lunchbox.
All right. You guys have a wonderful weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I just love his energy.
Me too. He's got such a good little personality.
I love him. He's great.
He's so great. And I want to see a picture of the baby, though.
I wonder
if it looks like him.
I bet it does.
He looks like somebody that would have a kid that would look like him.
But he looks like, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people, you see them and you're like, their kid probably won't look like them when they have a kid.
But I bet his kid looks just like him. He's great. I wonder, how honest he was about who he likes and who he doesn't like. If he didn't like me, do you think he would have told me?
Yeah, I think
he probably wouldn't have come on, right?
He would have never come on Coffee Combos ever.
Right.
I think he's really honest and does not care.
No, it's sad that his son's in the NICU, but you didn't think that's crazy that they have a feeding tube on his son, but they didn't even think for that?
No, because
for Paisley's daughter. I mean, for Lindsay's daughter, Paisley.
No, because I think that really some hospitals just don't have the staff that others
like the resources,
do,
right?
the
I
resources.
guess.
Like, and I think that just being in Nashville, they're probably at Vanderbilt is what I would.
I just thought that that's like protocol. A protocol, is that the word? Like, if your baby is X amount of pounds, like they get a feeding tube.
I mean, you would think.
Because his baby was 6 pounds, and Paisley was like 4, dropped down to 3, and y'all never thought to give her a feeding tube.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Nuts.
But anyways, I thought that was a good episode. I like him a lot.
Sames. Well, guys, it's been real. Thank you guys for listening this week. We will be back on with another guest next week. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you follow at Coffee Convos Podcast on Instagram. And make sure that you give us a 5-star review if you haven't already. And you can leave comments in our direct messages on Coffee Convos Podcast Instagram or on iTunes. We appreciate all the love and support, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Bye.
This podcast is brought to you by Wave Podcast Network. Check out all of our shows, including the Brain Candy Podcast, I Don't Get It, Babes and Babies, Coffee Convos, and Let's Talk About It.